I have to say this, and I'm going to introduce these ladies, and we're going to rock and roll. If you live in any city, I don't care if it's Chicago, Detroit, Cincinnati, Cleveland, wherever you come from, and you have minority businesses that want to do business in Africa, you need to take notes, record this, because you're about to witness the education of your life. You can clap to that. I'm serious. This is serious. The first speaker I'm going to introduce is Ms. Tamara Maxwell. She's the director of the Minority and Women-Owned Business and Multiplier Outreach Division of the Export-Import Bank of the United States. Next to her is Ms. LaTanya Darden. She's the Business Development Specialist, Minority and Women-Owned Business and Multiplier Outreach Division of the Exim Bank of the United States. You can give them a hand. Give these ladies a hand. Now, you're talking about linking the wealth. The moment of truth is at hand. So I'm going to let Ms. Maxwell take the floor, and I'm going to let her educate us. Thank you for coming, ladies.
Thank you.
And please, do your thing.
Thank you so much. So first, I want to say thank you. This has been an enlightening experience for me. So I have learned a lot, and hopefully you can learn a lot from us so that we can continue to work together and do business together. As he said, we're from Exim Bank, but this first presentation that I'm going to give is not about Exim Bank. It's about the Department of Commerce Commercial Service. It's going to be really quick because I don't work for them, but what they do is very critical for U.S. businesses. So you really, really need to know what they do and how they can help you. So I'm just going to talk about a few things that they offer because it's important for U.S. businesses as well as businesses that are in Africa. So really quick, point up there. There we go. And bear with me because I can't see over there, so I'm going to just follow this here. The Commercial Service is a part of the Department of Commerce, and Department of Commerce is an agency that has their federal government agency, just like Exim Bank, and they have a lot of agencies that fall within them. One of those agencies is here today, which is Minority Business Development Agency, who we work very closely with, and you'll hear from them once LaTanya and I are finished. But the Department of Commerce Commercial Service has U.S. employees who are in countries, in over 170 countries. Their sole purpose is to advocate for U.S. businesses in those countries. So if you're a U.S. citizen and you're paying tax dollars, you are paying for those individuals in those countries to help you do business in the countries that they're in. So you're already paying for them. Why aren't you using them? It doesn't make sense to me. And that map that was just up there is a list of the countries of where they are. So if they're not housed in a country on there, doesn't mean that they don't do business in that particular country, because sometimes one person may handle multiple countries. So you definitely need to make sure that you're in contact with the Commercial Service. They're also, this is the map of them in the U.S. So they have what they call, these are all export centers. Exim Bank is in 12 of those export centers. So an export center, in 12 of them, they have Exim Bank, they have Commercial Service, and they have SBA. So we call it a one-stop shop. Those are called USIACs. So when you go to one that has that in it, you can talk to any of those agencies, and they can tell you what services they provide.